I can't say it enough. Let that hurt go because it's running your life more than you want to admit. You're not the only one hurting. Even some of the content creators you follow are hurting. That's why they pump out female bashing videos every day. They sound angry instead of wise. Their message never evolves. They're not teaching from healing. They're teaching from heartbreak. And you can feel it. You can hear the pain in their voice. You can see the bitterness in their tone. Hurt men are feeding hurt men, and everybody's calling it motivation. But it's not motivation. It's misery with a microphone. And if you're not careful, you'll inherit their pain instead of healing your own. You've been trying to outrun your pain with productivity. You're hitting the gym, chasing the bag, staying busy, staying booked. But you're not staying honest. You're calling it self-improvement, but half the time it's self-avoidance. You're trying to drown your emotions in reps, routines, and responsibilities, burying heartbreak under discipline. But pain doesn't disappear because you're productive. Pain doesn't respect your schedule. It doesn't care about your grind. You can distract yourself all day long, but the moment you slow down, the truth catches up. You're not improving. You're escaping, my boy. You can build the perfect body and still be emotionally broken. You can have the strongest frame in the room and still have the weakest internal foundation. The gym builds muscle, but it doesn't build emotional maturity. It builds strength, but it doesn't build self-awareness. It builds confidence, but it doesn't build closure. You're building armor, but you're not healing the wound underneath. And that's why you still feel empty, even after months or even years. That's why you still feel triggered and feel like something's missing. You're trying to fix an internal problem with an external solution, and it's not working. The gym is loud. The grind is loud. The world is loud. But nighttime is honest. Nighttime is when the truth sits on your chest. It's when the memories replay. Nighttime is when the silence exposes everything you tried to hide. You know what I'm saying? You can lift all day, but you can't lift your way out of loneliness. Somebody out there knows what I'm talking about. You can run miles, but you can't run from regret. You can build muscle, but you can't build peace without facing that hurt. The night doesn't lie. It tells you exactly where you are emotionally. And right now, you're hurting more than you want to admit. And some of these male content creators that you're listening to, some of them aren't healed either. They're hurting. They're not teaching from wisdom. They're teaching from wounds. They're not giving you guidance. They're giving you grief. They are not helping you grow. They're helping you stay angry and bitter. You think they're strong because they talk tough, but tough talk is often a mask for unresolved pain. You think they're confident because they speak boldly on camera, but boldness without balance is just bitterness in disguise. They're not helping you heal. They're helping you hide. And if you're not careful, you'll start carrying their pain on top of your own. When you're hurt, you look for content that matches your pain. That's why you binge videos that blame women. Some of you gravitate toward creators who sound angry. That's why you replay clips that validate your resentment. It feels good in the moment, but I'm telling you it's poison long term. It turns heartbreak into hostility, disappointment into distrust, and sadness into cynicism. And before you know it, you're not healing, you're hardening. You're not growing. You're closing off from growing and learning. You're lashing out. That's not strength. That's emotional decay. You can delay healing, but you can't avoid it. You can distract yourself, but you can't escape yourself. You can pretend you're fine, but your body knows the truth. Your mind and spirit knows the truth, and it'll spill out in other ways. You still think about her. You still replay the breakup or the divorce. You still feel the sting, the loss, and that's okay. But pretending you're over it isn't helping. You can't heal what you refuse to acknowledge. You can't grow past what you won't confront. Neither can you move on while holding on. Pain demands to be processed, not postponed. Healing isn't just about letting go of her. It's about looking at you, your patterns, triggers, emotional habits, communication, expectations, your insecurities, your reactions, and most definitely your blind spots. You can't blame your way into healing. You also have to take some accountability. It wasn't all her. Remember, you chose her in the beginning with love blindness. What I'm saying is, you can't point fingers into peace. You can't avoid accountability and expect growth. Healing requires honesty, not excuses. Reflection, not revenge. It requires maturity, not masculinity cosplay. You can't become a better man if you're still protecting the version of yourself that got hurt. Social media will tell you to level up your body, your money, your lifestyle. And yes, do that. But the real level up is internal. The real glow up is emotional. The transformation is spiritual. You can have the body of a warrior and the heart of a wounded boy. That bag set up like a king, but the mindset of a victim. You can have the lifestyle of a winner and the emotional habits of a man who's still stuck in the past. The real level up is when you stop running from your pain and start learning from it. That's when you become dangerous in the right way. But man to man, with all of this being said, what hits you the most in the chest is imagining your ex-girlfriend or your ex-wife letting another man touch her. You role play in your mind how she might be touching the next man, and if she's touching him like she used to touch you. You imagine if that new man is putting it on her in a better way than you used to. Yeah, that one right there keeps you up at night. It keeps you watching those male content creators pumping out video after video about female nature. Forget about female nature. Focus on you and letting that hurt go. You let that hurt go. Not by ignoring it, but by facing it head on. Not by distracting yourself, but by understanding yourself. Not by becoming harder, but by becoming wiser. Like Usher said in one of his songs, you got to let it burn. The gym can build your body, but only honesty can rebuild your heart. The grind can elevate your lifestyle, but only reflection can elevate your spirit. Don't become a yoked up man with emotional emptiness. Try not to become a disciplined man with undisciplined feelings. Don't become a strong man who's weak where it matters most. Sit with the pain, learn from it, grow through it. Then finally let that hurt go. I'm talking like really letting it go for real once and for all.